Hi, I'm Jo Packham, and I'm the editor-in-chief of 3 magazines, Where Women Cook, Where Women Create, and Where Women Create Business, and I'm the owner of the Urban Studio. I think you're born an entrepreneur. I think that's a gene that we have. It's just like you see something and you've got a great idea and you think, oh, I can do that, right? I'm gonna do that, and you just do it. I've always been like that. When I was a little girl, I always found ways to make things and sell them on my doorstep, right? I think most of us are serial entrepreneurs. I even tried hand-painted molded cookies for a while. I was in the cookie business. I can paint 2,000 cookies a day with an airbrush. We sold them to Macy's and Neiman Marcus. They were fabulous, but so you just get an idea and then you do it and then you move on to the next. Oh, I started publishing 40 years ago. All the books I've ever written, I've packaged over 1,000 books in my career and written probably 100 of my own. And they've always been around women's interests, how-to books, anything you needed to learn how to do. Decorating, gardening, silver, smithing, woodworking. And I wrote a book about 15 years ago called Where Women Create. It was a huge bestseller for us, and that led to the magazines Where Women Create. And then when the food movement started across the country, we did Where Women Cook. And then now that all of the business magazines are targeted directly towards the tech world and the small entrepreneur has very few resources, we decided to start Where Women Create Business for the small business woman, artisan entrepreneur. I've owned buildings on 25th Street for 35 years. I am a real community girl, and I've helped build 25th Street to what it is today. And because we publish Where Women Cook, and because I'm so passionate about the foodies, I thought it would be really fun to build a beautiful studio with a commercial kitchen where we could bring the cooks in locally, but from around the world who we feature in the magazines, and have them teach cooking classes and have weekend retreats. And then I built it so we could also do the craft classes with Where Women Create. And we're also going to bring in business people to teach business classes and photography and things like that, because with the magazines, we have great resources. And now we have a great place for everybody to come. If I were to give anybody any advice, as an entrepreneur, to start your own company, it's always like what you read is follow the dream and take the leap. That is crazy. Yes, follow the dream, but do your homework first. Research what's out there, what's available, what you can do that's different, and then make sure you have enough funding. And you have to pay yourself. You can work for free for a while, but I was a single mom. And so I didn't have anybody paying my rent and doing all those kinds of things. And I had to put braces on my kids' teeth and all those kinds of things. So you have to be able to make money at it. The numbers have to work. I'm a small town homegrown girl who works really, really hard, whose mother convinced her at a very early age that I could do anything I wanted to do if I simply learned how and practiced. And so that's what I do. I'm blessed to have the ability to see good ideas, and I have my mother and father's tenacity to work on them until they're done. Do they all work? Of course not, right? I've had some mammoth failures, but I've had some really good runs, and I'm no one special. I feel like I'm the one who works really hard to make the most of what she was given.